concentrating on what communication is, right? It's tougher when you're in the public eye, absolutely. But if I think about what it is I'm trying to communicate, what I'm trying to get across to whoever I'm talking to, whether it's like 1,000 people or one person, like I first have to try to learn like your language, how you take information in and so on, and then try to communicate my sentiments to the way I believe, or the way I've learned you'll receive it. That type of work isn't done on social media. That type of work isn't done online. People don't. In fact, that's like oftentimes where people go to not think, into coalesce with group think. Kyrie's a good example. People, he got in trouble for saying anti-Semitic things, although he actually never said anything. But I don't know if anybody really realizes that he actually never said anything. But it doesn't matter because people feel it, like it. Their feelings became the reality, and that was the story, and it ran with it. And then the consequences became very real, right? Even from stuff he never actually said. But that's it's not unique to Kyrie. Like unfortunately, on social media, you get, like you mentioned, timing. Like things, get enough people behind something and their feelings. Like you don't actually have to think about the conversation or communication between the people involved. That takes too much work for folks.
But then you can have somebody like Dave Chappelle can say anything.
It's not a double standard. And that's a great example. Because remember, I said it's a lot of work, like to communicate and to figure out the way the person or the people you're talking to communicate.
Yeah.
Dave has done that work. So he was on SNL a couple months ago, right when all this was happening, and he talked about all this.
Oh yeah.
In a very clever way. And I know that he took a lot of time to figure out how to
articulate it
and to say the truth without purposely
offending.
Exactly, but also to say his truth, right? And so that it does take time, it does take effort, it does take sitting there and thinking about who you're talking to, who you don't want to offend, or who you're okay offending, and then weighing that out, and just what is truth, and how do you get that to as many people as possible.